Howdy y'all, welcome back. Today we will be playing MAMIYA, A Shared Illusion of the World's End. And I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I have forgotten to stream actually. I was in the middle of writing a story, and I just got lost in that I lost track of time, and I had to attend a rehearsal that evening. And I wouldn't have even streamed after the rehearsal because it was kind of late anyway. But after that rehearsal, we had a whole annual meeting where we had an election for the club. So I'm like, oh, goodness gracious. So I didn't get back until midnight. So we will be playing that new game starting this coming Sunday. But yeah, that's the reason why I didn't stream last night. I lost track of time. Sorry about that, but we're back again to play MAMIYA, so I'm happy about that. Hold on, I can't see the chat. Okay, now I can. Howdy, Gabriella, welcome. You are just in time. Hope you're having a wonderful day today, by the way. Here we go. Yeah, my day's been pretty fine. I've been a little under the weather, so I'm not too sick to not go to class, but I use that as an excuse not to go to class today, since, as I was just saying, I had a rehearsal last night, and after that rehearsal, we had an annual meeting where we had an election that lasted until midnight, and I didn't get back home until after midnight, and I don't think I slept until like an hour or so after that. So like, I don't want to wake up in the morning to get ready for class, so I just said, hey, I'm sick, so can I stay? Can I get a Zoom session? Thank you. So yeah. Hello, Mom, how are you? Oh, hold on, let me turn on the desktop. Okay. I just wanted to hear your voice. Are you enjoying the trip? Glad to hear that. No, I'm not crying. I'm fine. Anyway, good night. I love you. Phew. The moment the call ended, the voice, the emotions, the attachment to life, they all reach a breaking point. Oh, Suou. Suou. Yeah. Yeah. His mother's voice sounded the same as ever, and he was replaying it in his head over and over again. His parents had raised him for 15 years, hoping that he would grow up healthy and have a bright future. And yet Suou Keito would die in 4 years, leaving them behind. He was embraced by inescapable fear. Yes, like, he didn't really show it in like, obviously, he showed some concern, but he didn't really show it that much in Kikuchiryo's side. But seeing him break down like this, like, that's a completely natural reaction. Oh, so okay, though, knowing that you would be dead in 4 years, and the fact that he's not even thinking about the fact that he's gonna die, like that he will no longer be in this world. He's thinking about the fact that he's leaving his parents behind. His parents spent all this work into raising him, and he's worried about that it's all gonna go to waste and he's gonna leave them. So I'm sorry for being such a bad son. I'm sorry, Mom, Dad. He didn't want to die. I don't want to die. Right? Only 15 years old. Weeping his eyes out, he looked down at the beautiful book in his hand. It was the MAMIYA that had properly appeared in this world and was loved by everyone. And what about me? He wondered. He looked at the text, the author's name, Aisungawa Osamu, and the title, MAMIYA. I was like a frog in a well. Keito began to feel like a green, insignificant creature that didn't know anything. Did you enjoy your childish fantasy playtime? He imagined that from Osamu's perspective, what Keito was doing must have looked endlessly immature. If only I could have stayed clueless. I would have been so happy to just have stayed ignorant, hiding my things and never comparing them to anyone. There were things within him that he loved and was proud of, but they had all been pulled out, put up for comparison, became oxidized, and they all became stale. Riding the endlessly flowing tears, the yearnings that were his and his alone were slipping away. This damn book! He suddenly felt hatred for the book in his hand and raised it high, ready to throw it to the floor. Unable to do something so awful, he himself collapsed where he stood. I shouldn't have read this book. I'd still be happy if I didn't. Oh, Yumehisa. Keito. MAMIYA. Do you remember that snowy day when we went out and made a snowman? Yeah, I remember it. That made me really happy. Come on, Keito. Remember those good old days. The days back then were filled with light. The boy gathered up some snow and threw it upwards, making it shine in clear daylight. These were nice, fun winter days. Look, it's you! Me? It's like I'm looking in a mirror. Thanks. He showed me the face. He showed me the face he made using buttons and smiled proudly. But I feel like you're missing something. Yeah, I have a mouth, but I don't think I can eat without hands. Then we'll use these branches. And like this. Sir Keito grasped the tip of the branch. Handshake. Oh, handshake. It's getting dark. Let's go home. I keep going back to my regular voice. The boy walked home as though he pulled by someone's hand, but then that someone turned as if remembering something. Hello, Okapi Flower. I'm doing well today. And thank you. You are so kind for your kind words. I hope you... Well, I know you did, because you commented. I know you enjoyed it, so I'm glad. Thank you for your kind words. I hope you're having a wonderful day today, by the way. Keito, where's your green scarf? I gave it to you. Turning around, they saw the snowman, now enveloped by a large green scarf. You sure I can have it? Yeah, now you won't be so cold. That makes me happy. It's very warm. Thanks, Keito. Ah. Ah! MAMIYA melted! The next day, they went to the same place. There, they found a smaller pile of snow, along with buttons and branches, and a green scarf, all wet and dirty. That day, he went home early and washed the dirty scarf with his mother, crying all the while. Come on, Keito, don't cry. The scarf is all clean now. You can wear it again. I don't need it. You don't? No, it's not mine anymore. This is something I gave to a friend. There it is. It was kept hidden deep in a store. I don't know if I should still be reading this with Yumihisa's voice, because it said they, as if it's Yumihisa's included in the day, so it's like third person. So I guess I'll go back to my voice. It was kept hidden deep in a storage room. The green scarf that was a slight bit too big for inner child. He touched the soft fabric, but then felt his hand becoming heavy with hopelessness. Do you remember? This is the scarf I gave to you. I mean, like, is he wearing it right now, though, too? Like, did his gift somehow manifest onto him as well? That'd be so cute. This is the scarf Keito gave him. Yeah, I do. Of course I remember. It's one of my personal treasures. I see. Every memory I had with you is an irreplaceable treasure for me. It's not just the scarf, though. The songs, the dances we did, the talks we had, and yeah. With the scarf still in hand, Suou Keito went to the garden. Keito? MAMIYA, stand there and watch. Suou Keito was holding the scarf in one hand and a kitchen lighter on the other. Excuse me, Suou Keito? Calm down. I know you upset, but don't burn that scarf. What are you doing? No! What the heck, Keito? Keito! Those memories meant the world to me as well. He brought the fire close to the scarf. Instead of the blaze, no! No, wait, stop! Keito, stop! My precious scarf is on fire! It's gonna burn up! If you hate it so much, why not show yourself and stop me? Like the MAMIYA from Mr. Adesungawa's book. Oh, Yuisa! Keito, please. Oops, I didn't read that. Okay. Keito, don't. Please don't say that. You can do it, right? Others can see you, right? That is interesting. How come Mimihisa don't show himself to Suou? There has to be a reason why. I don't think he just did it just because he don't feel like it. Like, there has to be a specific reason why. Is it? I tried to see if the DLC was updated, was finished. When I looked at the Patreon also, when I tried to look to the search engine, the posts were all lined up in chronological order, so I thought I got the most recent post. If it is, I'll have to go look at it and see if I can find it. And if I do find the full version, I was thinking about once it's finished, I will record myself, like record a video of it rather than a live stream, since it's just gonna be that. I don't know. I'll go back and look and to check. I didn't see it. I tried to see if it was finished. You can do it, right? The others can see you, right? I'm gonna die anyway. I'm gonna die, so... Why do I have to talk to you? Why is my MAMIYA appearing in front of everyone else? Why do I have to die in 2003? Weird, isn't it? I don't know which year it is anymore. Will I die in the future? Or was I already dead? Yeah, that's crazy. Right? Because he's interacting with a future in which he is no longer living right now by being with Kikuchiyo and the others. Regardless, it still doesn't change a thing. I'm still gonna die due to the unfair hatred I'll get because of you. Oh my gosh. Keito! Keito, I'm sorry. How about you show yourself instead of apologizing? If you can just be with me like you were in the past, that will be enough. But instead, no. I'm always here. I'm right here. Mamiya Yumehisa bent forward and ran to the side of the window. Keito, please, put your hand there, on the window. So Keito did as told, and Mamiya Yumehisa gently put his own hand over his. See? Here. I'm touching you right now. The two hands were overlaid as Suou Keito's breaths, and his alone were turning the glass white. I'm here. I'm right here. I can't tell at all. Oh gosh! Suou Keito stomped out the flame with a burnt up scarf and went back inside. Oh my goodness gracious! Keito, I'm sorry! Let me do it again! Turns out that when people are pushed to the limit, they can only feel at ease when something can be seen. Something tangible. It's gotta be something with form. Like the MAMIYA in this book. Suou Keito collapsed with a sigh. Oof. His knees touched the ground as he put strength into his grip, almost as if he was about to tear up the carpet. I lost to Mr. Arisugawa. I lost because he loved MAMIYA more than me, and he took MAMIYA away because I lost. He felt as if the invisible figure had frozen in place, but only felt it. Forget it. It was all in his head. I don't care about MAMIYA anymore. Oh. Never show yourself to me again. Oh. Oh. No. All right. He felt like the air had become dried and cracked, which was followed by a stinging pain. The vibrations of his faint breathing were reflected. What are you doing? My fist was trembling, yet this man before me simply flashed a pained smile. This is for the best. This isn't like you. You should be like the other MAMIYAs. Cling on even if your fantasy is denied as meaningless. MAMIYA Yumehisa gently shook his head. I was only there because MAMIYA wanted me. I was only there because Keito wanted me to be. If he doesn't, I'll just vanish. His words were like foam. Mamiya Yumehisa disappeared from before me. How can you keep a smile after your very existence had been denied? Let's do this. He suddenly gone to look deep into his room and began a major cleanup. What's he doing? The college notebook he used as a dream diary was thrown into a cardboard box with little care. Along the heartache, the scene gave me a huge shock, as if the whole world was crumbling. He wanted to turn the notebooks into something that never happened. I won't write in this anymore. Stop, please. I gotta let go of these childish things. Those are your dreams, my hopes. Please don't deny them. Without any emotion, Suou Keito closed the cardboard box and put it away in an unused room. This was the home where Mamiya Yumehisa vanished while groaning in pain. And now I was so hurt that I couldn't even move. Couldn't even move. Everything about this world is so boring. Nothing moves my heart. Nothing about it is good. That's why I gotta make it a bit more fun. Yeah, that whole scene. This is so terrible. That's why I gotta make it a bit more fun. Okay, so he was trying to steal to get a little rush. He was trying to get a sense of rush from shoplifting. Try to make it more exciting. I see. I thought it was because he found out he wasn't going to live too much longer, so it didn't matter if he got into trouble. So he would do the things that he probably wanted to do and kind of I don't believe that he wanted to steal, to be honest. But he was trying to like do stuff before he like has a bucket, like I guess a bucket list. I guess it could kind of still be like that, but he's just trying to get a rush. He's not trying to make up for time that he will no longer. He knows he won't have. If I steal this. Okay, and then he comes. Knock some sense into him, Kikuchiro. Actually, don't knock sense into him. He doesn't need to be knocked. He needs to be hugged. He needs to be comforted. He must have been so disappointed in me. I don't want to meet anyone. If only 2003 never came. I'm back. Man, it's cold. Gotta turn on the heating. The TV's talking about the end of the world again. Makes sense. I mean, it's December of 1999. The world will soon end. No, never mind. That's him. The world will soon end. I didn't know how much truth there was to it, but people on TV and the news made it out to be a big deal. Look at this magazine. It's got all the detail. It's got all these details about Nostradamus. I feel like I give a new voice to that classmate each time they appear. They say there was a hidden code in the prophecy. Check it out, Suou. I'm good. Really? Yet none of us actually felt like the world was going to end. Yet none of us actually felt like the world was going to end. Okay, sit down, everyone. I'm going to reveal the results of the quiz we had last time. He's earlier than usual. Gotta hurry up. the days just go by without any change. I still don't know my purpose for being here. Why is everything so devoid of fun? I'll blink one moment and the world will be over the next. If it's gonna end, it doesn't matter what I do, right? It will be simple and anticlimactic, like the burst of a soap bubble. I gotta throw MAMIYA away. 1999, Tokyo. The internet hadn't been developed enough to let people exchange. Okay, this might be me now. 1999, Tokyo. The internet hadn't developed enough to let people exchange information in real time. It was a time when TV was still the dominant form of media. Before the switch to the new millennium, there were people that believed the world would end. There weren't many of them, but their numbers were hardly insignificant. It might have been odd considering that the year 2000 was just an arbitrary number set by one of the world's religions. And as though it was something unprecedented, many were expecting the world to end. The moods of madness and fatigue infecting society was being fanned by mass media, and many people now thought they were simply special simply because they lived in 1999. See you, Suou. I don't know what happened to you, but cheer up, okay? Those are such empty words. Sure, thanks. The rain was, I mean, you know, it comes from a good place, but it's like if you recognize something is troubling someone, I don't think that, like, I don't know what happened to you, but cheer up. I don't know if those are the best words. You should be like, hey, did something happen? And try to see if they'll open up to you. Even if they don't, you know. But it's like, just saying, hey, I don't know what's happening in your life, but make yourself happy, you know? Like, just be happy. That's not helpful. Try to lend an ear and see if they would be comfortable sharing. And if they don't feel comfortable, you know, something better than cheer up is, I think, appropriate. The rain was beating down on the windows. I forgot to bring an umbrella. It would have been easy if Suou Keito was like so many others, and could also say that he was a child yearning for the unusual. Oh, it would have been great. Oh, how great it would have been if, oh, how great it would have been if he wasn't the one to die in 2003. Or if he wasn't my friend. Even so, he's definitely an invaluable friend of mine, and that's why I'll engage the gears of this adverse fate. Let's start again, Suou Keito. Let's free her from your karma. A paradise lost, and those who approach death. Reshuffled, end of the millennium. He was at a loss for words. Okay. I think this is the same, right? Okay, I'll consider that. I'm still thinking about how I want to do that. I'll consider that okapi flower. Okay, okay, let me read the context. Okay, right after this, Kikuchidio gets killed at sea. Right? Let me save just to be sure. Overwrite. And First thing that would be is Kikuchiro's death, right? And the assailant would be Suou Keito. In 1999. Right, okay. Okay. Bon appetit. I hope you have a wonderful meal. I wonder if we get different endings if we choose the wrong answer. We get the same ending. Oh, I love that smile. Right. So cute. Get up, Kikuchiro. Get it. Come on now. Okay. This is after, yeah, this is after the beach. Okay. I was curious about what happened to him. He opened his eyes after the light forced him to close them and found himself floating. The waves and the man trying to stop him were both gone. Only a gentle darkness and faint light remained before him. Reaching for the large light, he began running through the space. Oh, okay. I've been waiting for you. Before him, there was a boy wearing a giant rabbit hat. Who are you? The silhouette made him feel uneasy. Prince. Prince. Not MAMIYA. With a head too large and unbalanced for him, he knelt before Keito. No. Is he addressing Prince? Is he addressing Keito as Prince and not answering who he is? Yeah, okay, so he's not Prince. He's just addressing Suou Keito as Prince. My Prince, please save them. Please save my dear children. Keito had prepared to be harmed, and yet the rabbit-like silhouette showed no hostility. My Prince, please come with us. As the gas mask conductor that appeared at his side swung his baton, a path like a river in the sky had appeared. Do not be afraid. We're on your side. A girl in a nurse outfit gently pushed him. Take our hand. Okay. With no hesitation, he took the boy's hand. Oh, look at them. Oh. So magical. The starry lights all around them. It's like a magical. It's like a magical girl transformation a little bit. Kind of like it. I don't know if that's the best analogy. Right? It's so pretty. It is. Who are you all? Okay, just assign random voices, I guess. A fragment of MAMIYA. That's why we're on your side. Unconditionally. That's because you're closer to MAMIYA than anyone else. But I said something awful to him. I told him that I don't need him, that he should disappear. He's a precious friend, yet I said something I could never take back. Do you really believe you don't need MAMIYA? No. He tightly grasped his hand, leading him. I don't care if it's self-important, unrealistic, fake, or childish. He realized he had been in a place like this before. Even if I get made fun of for being immature, and even if I feel like everything I am has been denied, life is most fun when I'm with MAMIYA. Oh, this was like the Tokyo he had seen while flying with MAMIYA in his dreams. MAMIYA would take his hand and fly him wherever, even if he ran out of fairy dust. With MAMIYA, even the common scenes gain new meaning, giving them freshness and charm. It's because MAMIYA has always been by my side that I came to love the world. A large light passed by, and he was embraced by a light more dazzling than lightning. Strangely, it didn't hurt his eyes. At the edge of his flowing vision, he saw the masked children smiling. Aw, cute. And this is so cute too, that CG too. The wish will be heard. I don't need to save here because we've already seen the bad ending for this one, so. Okay. How would this butterfly flap affect the year 2003? The hands of the clock continued to move from the Christmas of 1999 to 2003. I really like this song. Mixed in with the light of the white horse from the merry-go-round. It's so bright. Am I being tested? Just like Suou Keito? I won't lose. I will also fight the ways of the era. Hello, Mr. Arisugawa. MAMIYA is an imaginary friend that I created. What's your name? Gah! It hurts! Please stop! Why are you resisting? Is it really worth it when it gives you this much pain? Is it possible to escape the outside with injuries like this? Will I be able to keep believing in them? I have no idea what is happening right now, actually, to be honest. The dream will be heard. Butterfly effect. Okay. Let's say I believe in them, obviously. Now's not the time to act weak. If I don't believe in them, who will? Enjoy the pain, Suou Keito. The karma will surely change your fate. Ro, let's run away together. The snowfall and the chill coming through the papers made me tremble. It was like the cold touching Suou Keito, and I couldn't imagine how much it might hurt him. It was too much for me. Oh my gosh. I guess I don't need a save. I can just, when I come back to do the other endings, I could just load that point and skip. But I'm just gonna keep bearing it, right? That's what you're supposed to do, right? Just keep on keeping on. Even so, I continue to endure it. The snowstorm took my breath away, causing me to stop painfully suffocating. It's okay. Everything will be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay. The hand I extended touched the paper flying by a squall. I struggled to try and touch Suou Keito, but I couldn't. It felt as if something was telling me that I could do nothing but pray. And I would, even if I had to do it for thousands of years. That's how much I want Suou Keito to make it through 2003. As his body became immobile, a heavy drowsiness assaulted him. The cold suddenly became distant, and the warmth of relief filled his heart. He felt like it was over, that he would no longer have to feel cold, hurt, or suffer. Kikuchiryo, probably. I don't know exactly. Suou! A voice desperately called out to him, but he didn't know who it was. A splash of water touched his cheeks. He was tired and wanted to sleep, and yet... Okay, yeah, so, Dio, right? His comic link to him led him by the hand. I want to live with you, Suou! I want to live with you too, he thought. Okay, is this the same? Where am I? No, it's not. Ryo, you're awake! Midori, I gotta go look for him. Who? You know him, don't you? Suou. Oh, Keito is... Oh, look at him. Again, all suited up. Wonderful. He's been waiting for you to wake up. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the day we met, but the other way around. Who are you? Wait. Who are you? Oh, no. Huh? Did you become an amnesiac again? No, I didn't. That's not it. It's not, but... It's Keito! Yeah, I'm Keito. How old are you? 28. Older than me? How? How am I supposed to answer that? The Suou I know is more, well, goofy. Is that how I seem to you? Ah? Suou Keito's all grown up? How come? I thought he knew that the time I thought he knew that there was timeline mix up. I thought Kikuchiryo knew that he was from a different timeline than Suou Keito. At some point, I thought he figured that out. No, that's not the problem with this at all. You look great, Suou Keito. Kikuchi Midori's already accepted this. And so all that's left is how Kikuchiryo processes it. Do your best, Kikuchiryo. I'll do my best too. I guess this is a bit sudden. Did I startle you? Alright, let me explain everything in order. The sound of Kikuchiryo putting his hands together echoed across the beach. Ah, wait, this is no time for me to be shocked either. I need to confirm what happened after the events on that snowy mountain in 2003. And so, the Kikuchi siblings, Suou Keito and I look back at that fateful year. The year 2003. Following the several week-long stay at the hospital and some police interviews, he was made to go through a several-month-long recuperation period. Indeed, he found the strength to overcome the truth that was set for you. While recovering, Suou Keito read a lot of books. He did it while burning a blue, invisible flame. Keeping himself from rushing to follow his strong sense of duty, he waited for the right moment. Even if I prayed for this to end peacefully, I knew he couldn't be stopped because as a 19-year-old, you're an unbreakable king. Indeed, he is a king. Period. Welcome back, Mom. Wow, something smells nice. I made some gratin. You like it, don't you? When he came back home for the first time in a while, he found himself loving everything about it. His mother's cooking that he loved so much, the armchair occupied by his father, everything seemed to welcome him. Come night, before going to sleep, he opened the cardboard box he kept in the guest room's closet. Inside there were countless college notebooks. How nostalgic. I wrote so many. Alright, I've decided. Suou Keito? What are you planning? I need to settle things with him. Uh-oh. Reshuffle End of the Millennium. Chapter 7. This Holy Night. Oh. The December of 2004 was a warm one. I've been looking for you. It's been a while, Mr. Arisugawa. Okay, so last time Kikuchi pressed my keyboard by accident again. Kikuchi had a showdown of some sort with Samejima in his 1999 form. But now Suou Keito's gonna be talking to the appropriate timeline version of Arisugawa. Barely keeping himself from oh no, I forgot to read. Dead men shouldn't speak. Barely keeping himself from collapsing, Suou Keito clenched his teeth. I'm not dead. I'm not a ghost or a fantasy or a piece of fiction. I'm a living person. I'm pretty surprised to see you leading a carefree life. Pretty bold for someone who did all that to me in real. Yeah, that's true. So, what's your business with me? Gonna threaten me? Demand an apology? No. Suou smiled. I came to settle things. A played-out Christmas song they heard countless times and would hear many times more was resounding around them. A Santa Claus set up in front of the cafe was lit by glittering green and blue electric lights. Strawberries on the whole shortcake seemed to almost be smiling with joy. The young man took one of them and brought it to his mouth and with some cream. You got hurt so much throughout life. Recently, a senior at college told me something really mean, and we had a fight, even though it wasn't my fault. Still, there are a lot of things I've learned. I really wasn't that embarrassing when I was 15. Fragile as I was back then, I was feeling so dark. I felt like the world was gonna end. But now, I can just laugh it off. Well, obviously. I have watched Tangled. I actually made a few references to Tangled. I made several references to Tangled before my streams. I remind associate me with the song Some That I Won't. I don't remember all the songs in the movie because it's been a long time since I watched it, but let me type that up in my browser so I can keep that in mind to check out after the stream. But yeah, Mother Knows Best is a song I always think about. So you weren't being honest back then? Of course not. There's no damn way it's okay for an author to deny another person's illusions. He picked up a piece of cake by hand and threw it into his mouth. Still, I had no choice but to deny it. Otherwise, the strength of MAMIYA I believed in would collapse. After all, MAMIYA is a fragile entity that isn't even real. He licked off the cream on his fingers and wiped his lips. I've had a question on my mind ever since MAMIYA disappeared at the end of the century. It was about the giant barrier separating those who exist and those who don't. I myself couldn't believe in MAMIYA well enough. Was it because MAMIYA can't be touched? Because MAMIYA couldn't eat? Because MAMIYA's not on the census? None of those reasons were enough, and I still didn't know the answer. That sounds like a prayer. Huh? After a brief silence, the intro to the next Christmas song began. Today's Christmas. Christ's birthday, huh? Yes. God sure has it good. Everyone believes in him. I just didn't want anyone to deny me for believing and wishing for MAMIYA. That's really all there was to it. I understand. I also wanted everyone to know how great my precious friend was. No, I don't think I read that right. I also wanted everyone to know how great my precious friend was. A fluorescent lamp that didn't seem to have enough power was flickering above them. They weren't eating much of the whole cake they ordered. They were in the grove where Suou, Keito, and Kikuchiyo were found. Their shadows were being cast over the trees. I guess this is about the time children waiting for their presents can't fall asleep. Why did you bring me here? Like I said, I wanted to settle things. He took off a large rucksack that he had on his back and looked down at Arisugawa. You agree with me, didn't you? I did, yeah. With a nod, Arisugawa began freeing the things he was carrying on his back. Oh. Okay, interesting. Gosh, I keep clicking by accident. Prepare to cast them into the fire. The fire made by the logs they had brought, along with the branches and dried leaves they found, was burning silently. Suou Keito reached into his rucksack and took out a bunch of college notebooks. Then, as if to feed the fire, he brought them close to it one by one. They made the fire grow. You do it too. Sure. Arisugawa did the same and threw his own hardcover books into the fire. Huh. I'm always partial to fire in art, and this looks so good. The fire looks so good in the way it lights up their faces from below. So beautiful. The flame burned everything. The paper became scorched, then blackened, and then finally turned to ash. The many titles he presents to the editor, the pictures drawn by the illustrators, the stories he poured his heart and soul into, all of it burned. The stories mixed with those of the man he hated more than anything, more than anyone in the world, and scattered with burnt ash. The winds of winter were as a dry fuel that stoked the flame, as it sustained itself on Suou Keito's dreams and icing our summer stories for children. With this, we no longer have anything. We have nothing. That was my whole life. Everything. The dark orange flickering of the glowing fire was reflected in their eyes. There was more to my stories than to my life. They contained the possibilities of dreams that grew as people believed them. But today, I say goodbye to it all. The wrinkles behind his glasses became deeper as he made a composed smile. Oops. I wanted to turn MAMIYA into Santa Claus. Santa Claus? The icon of Christmas? The very same. He may have had his beginnings in corporate advertising, but now he's a fantasy figure with so many dreams attached to him that mentioning his origins is just tasteless. I mean, Santa Claus didn't originate as a corporate marketing icon. He originated from like local Christian folklore from Saint Nicholas. I mean, obviously, corporate advertising played a responsible, big, significant role in like propagating Santa Claus all over the world. But you know, that's not where he started. People all over the world kindly affirm his existence, even if they know the truth. I wouldn't go as far as to say I want to turn MAMIYA into God. The man hung his head before the fire. I would have been fine if MAMIYA was just a sweet little lie they tell the children. The December must have been too warm for snowfall. There was nothing that would console them with a gentle cold. A shapeless sense of loss turned to smoke that arose above. The skin of their cheeks, lit up by the fire, was annoyingly warm. The two sat next to the fire and talked within the soot. They talked about good books they read, world news, tomorrow's weather. The two who had just burnt everything were talking with so little negativity it was shocking. Samajima took the hit for both of us and was thrown in jail. Huh? He's always so annoying. He turned himself in without telling me a thing. I can't do shit anymore. So what's the point of leaving me at large? I can't write anymore. After the day we let you two escape, I stopped being able to write. Put me before a word processor, give me a pen or some paper, and nothing will come out of me. And so, with this act of burning, my life as an author is over. I wonder why I'm like this now. I guess I was abandoned by my talents, or God, or something like that. His hand on his forehead cast a shadow that made it hard to see his face. For all one could know, he might have been crying. Right. I don't have to make MAMIYA eternal anymore. No matter how much I've suffered, nothing is left. I made it this far, yet I haven't changed one bit since I was a brat. Hell of a creature I am. Despite everything, I continue greedily clinging to a fantasy. Is it such a bad thing to seek fantasy? No, it's not. It's what makes the world go round. Huh? I don't think it is. Weren't you even listening to me? Why do you think we burnt the books? When MAMIYA died, you may have been lost between reality and fantasy. But I will reach for both. That's impossible. Those are just words that sound nice, said by a child who doesn't even know how the world works. Looks like you haven't grown much since you were 15. No, I'm sure I can do it. Because I believe in myself. Suou Keito said that to Arisungawa, who had none but honesty in his voice. You're right that it might not work out. I might only have part of each, and I may die overcome by inner conflict and suffering. That's exactly how it will be. But stop. Why? It's a difficult path. There's no need for you to experience it. You can try using fantasy as your support, but it'd be a pillar made of paper mache. Even if MAMIYA supports your heart and mind, when you lean on something that's not there, you'll both collapse. Listen, Suou Keito, consider this a warning from someone who's experienced more of life. It's not too late yet. Abandon hopes and fantasies. Give up and learn how to live. No one will blame you for wanting an easier life. That's not true. Yes. The pure, honest conviction of Suou Keito's face. My 15-year-old self will blame the current me. I don't need a version of me that abandons hopes and fantasies. If I become a Suou Keito that I would find boring, it'll be the same as being rude to the boy I was back then. I will live my whole life with hope for myself in this world. I won't hate anything, even if I'm disappointed or hurt. I will love it all. Period, Suou. I will abandon anything I brought with me. Oh, I see how it is. Speaking of Tangled, that's like the exact quote that Mother Gothel says when she confronts Rapunzel at the end before the reprise of her song. I think I finally understood. He'd been afraid of this man since the moment he first saw him. Is that so? He wanted to be like him. Do your worst then. If you can stay unbroken and keep yearning even as you grow older. I just think I was pointing his finger at Suou Keito. I'll gladly admit defeat. Without even blinking, Suou Keito put on a smile. Please do. Have faith in my future self. Okay, so I remember I was thinking like, what does the suit mean? He's wearing a suit at the age of 28. And I remember that he said that he's a police officer, right? He works at the police station. I think, right? He wasn't a lawyer, right? He was a police officer. So I'm wondering, how does that occupation tie into his mission? I guess it'll be explained later. Adulthood. And that's how I got here. You're scary. Huh? But everything I said was normal. No, it was scary. First of all, come on now. Kikuchiyo. Okay, I don't know if that's the reason why Kikuchiyo thinks that he's a scary person. But if he has the same line of thinking as Natsume right now, I know you are not acting like this is like, you know, you did the same thing. You went out, had a brawl to the death with a crazed killer in an abandoned building. You have no right to be talking about what he does. No, it was scary. Why would you meet your assailant and in a place where I can't get involved? Eventually, the three of them went to Suou Keito's home. Also, speaking of that, I like the way Suou Keito and Arisingawa dealt with the conflict. It was nice. Nice. I don't know. I really liked that one. I really liked it. Was a mutual burden of they passed, I guess, right? And just talking it out. Yeah, I really like it. Really nice. And Suou Keito standing firm in what he believes in. I like that. Really liked it. I was kind of expecting a battle, but I guess Suou Keito's so it's too pure-hearted for something like that to actually fight Arisingawa. Eventually the three of them went to Suou Keito's home. With all the tension from her brother's absence gone, Kikuchi Midori finally relaxed and fell asleep on the sofa. Hey, Ro, are you free after school tomorrow? There's someone I'm thinking of meeting tomorrow. Who's that? Someone who's also been living since 2003. The Mr. Arisingawa of 2012. I'm curious. Is Osamu really here? Should we call this off? No. I'll decide after I take a look at him. After giving him a nod, Suou Keito rang the bell. Yes? Who is it? Hello, Mr. Arisingawa. The person inside looked through the camera. After a long silence, there was a sound of the door being unlocked. I'm so curious. I'm so, I was kind of not expecting the way that's how much you would look at this current time period. That was kind of like, I was not expecting that. I'm so curious to how honestly I was going to look. I'm kind of nervous. How age has caught up to him. Come in. Pardon the intrusion. Okay, he looks good. He looks good. He looks real good. Welcome. Beyond the door, next stood Arisingawa as he was supposed to be in 2012. The ferociousness he had about him had deteriorated, replaced by an aura of fatigue. But I'm scared by this music though. It's making me a little nervous. I don't think I can accommodate you all properly. It's okay. Thank you for yeah, this music is making me like, okay, is something bad supposed to be happening? I thought we were just supposed to reunite and talk. It's okay. Thank you for allowing us in despite us not giving any prior notice. This isn't much, but strange to think you became a man who could buy Toria. I feel like you became a bit older yourself. Well, I'm over 40 now. Of course I'll age. Osamu. The youth behind Suou Keito hesitantly showed himself. Oh. Hold on, wait a second. I noticed something. His eyes are closed. But he's wearing glasses though. So is he supposed to be blind? No, that won't make sense because he looked out the camera, right? He can't be blind and look out the camera, right? Look through look through a camera. Okay, so never mind, he's not blind. I was like, wait, was that blindness ending like a preview to this? But no, he's probably just has his eyes closed in exasperation, fatigue, as they were saying. Oh, is that you, real? Strange to see you so grown up. Yeah, okay, he's not blind. Okay. Kikuchi-ryo's chest began to ache, and he quickly looked away. A study full of bookshelves, a large chair for one person. The wear and tear on it made it clear how much it was used and how many years had passed. Are you still writing books? The wrinkles next to his eyes had grown slightly deeper, but he didn't say anything. Oh. Okay, well, don't answer that question, I guess. I guess that's a sore spot for him. A bit of a touchy subject. Welcome back, Okapi Flower. Hope you had a nice dinner. So, Suou Keito, you didn't come here just to have some tea, did you? We settled it in 2004, didn't we? That should have been the end to anything between us. What could you possibly want from me after all this time? Is that how you saw this? He tore off the mask of peacefulness and his eyes gleamed with ambition. Okay, so Keito, what else do you have up your sleeve? I'm curious. No, nothing's over yet. In fact, it's only just begun. Okay. I'm kind of scared a little bit of Suou Keito right now. I'm a little nervous. The smile on his face had a hint of greed, and the power to fulfill his desires, which he acquired by growing up. What? Suou Keito reached into his bag and took out several rolls of money. Okay. His eyes are open now. Huh? I brought 30 million yen. Now let me convert that to US dollars so I can have a sense of how much that is. To USD. That is about $200,000 in United States dollars. Okay. $200,000. That's a lot of dollars. Huh? Oh, he's commissioning him. Oh, okay. I see. I want you to write stories for me. Enough with the jokes. And put that money away. I'm being serious, though. Icing-Owl-sama looked up at the ceiling with distant eyes. I can't write stories anymore. His grieving face was touched by the cold wind of a snowy day. He vividly remembered the scenery from nearly a decade ago. The crime he committed, the line that shouldn't have been crossed. That day, I was abandoned by the god of writing and... No. You can write... You can write just fine, can't you? Icing-Owl hung his head and seemed all somber. Suou Keito looked at him with a puzzled expression. Why do you think that? Suou. You wonder why? Did he write a book? Suou Keito reached into his bag again and took out a new book. Oh. It was under a different name, but you wrote this Jidaigeki novel just last year, didn't you? Okay, so based on my limited Japanese, Jidai means generation or age group or something like that. I don't know what Geki means. So let me look it up. Jidai Ngeki. Jidai Ngeki is historical play, period drama. Okay. So Jidai is like period, like a time period in this sense. Geki means drama, a play in Japanese. Okay, good to know. Uh-oh, caught red-handed. Adesanya was nailed still, turned blue, and began sweating buckets. How did you know it was me? The writing quirks. Kikuchiro's hair stood on end. That's a kind of that's kind of scary, to be honest. That is a little scary how he okay. I'm just imagining this. Someone who claims to have never written a book. I mean, who claims to be unable to write books from here on out. And so you have someone who claims to not write any books from here on out. Suou Keito must have gone to the bookstore looking for any new releases, going through all the books, seeing if he's written anything that doesn't even have his name written on it. You know, and he was able to find a book that fits the supposed retired author just based on the way they write. You know, like how long did it take him to do that? How diligent was he in that? But me writing something under a different name has nothing to do with you. It doesn't have to be me, now does it? I want to read children's novels written by you. You finished writing MAMIYA in 2003, but it wasn't enough. So you tried to make it real. But after burning books with me, you gave up on everything, didn't you? Your feelings aren't as strong as before, so you reached a decent compromise, right? In other words, there's no reason for you not to accept my terms. You little brat. Stop acting like you know. And also, you yourself must have felt this. After you finished writing MAMIYA and had it published, you must have felt that this or that scene could have been done better. I know. No matter how polished or complete it may be, a while after it's released into the world, you start building up the next plan. As an author, Adesungawa Osamu is a creature who will never be satisfied, no matter how much or how well he writes. Why do I feel like this is like Ace Attorney or something like that? I've never played Ace Attorney, but it kind of gives me like he's an attorney that is confronting a culprit and he's bringing evidence out, and the culprit's like panic. So right for me. And it's like the way he's able to smugly reconstruct the culprit's mode of operation and thought process behind the crime. Get them all flustered. The air became lighter, but the dominant strings were still taut. Adesungawa Osamu couldn't breathe for a moment, but finally he looked up. His eyes met another's lead-colored eyes, both hot and cold. You've been stripped even of your right to atone in a cell, and this is the best way to redeem yourself. As I said, I will remain hopeful. I will maintain hope for this world. And I'll maintain hope for you as well. Uh-oh, not hope. So okay, there was the Dark King. The prince of the land of night had grown up and now reigned over Adesungawa Osamu. Oh man. He gulped down the past, good or bad. I'm done. I lose. You bait me. So all he could forcefully paint. So all he could. So I mean, also he could forcefully paint the future with hope, stemming from his ego. I've sure got a troublesome reader here. I can't put down the pen even if I want to. I know you've always had a weakness for your readers. The sense of the coming fatigue made his shoulders feel heavy. Still, there was a part of him that felt excited. You shouldn't abuse your elders like that. What are you saying? We lived for 80 years. You can still change the course. The warm light once lost in the snowy mountains was coming back to the palm of his hand. You're telling me to give you my whole life? Yes! Please keep writing stories and keep loving your fantasies. Never stop writing for as long as you live. Okay, noted. I've noted that. That fearsome Osamu just listens to anything you say now. This is a lot to take in. That's exactly why I was saving up the funds. Oh my gosh. Long before I met you, I had this friend called MAMIYA. I don't know why Mr. Arisungawa had tried to make a connection between MAMIYA and you. Right? When you got the money, you can make creatives like artists and writers do whatever you want. Oh my goodness gracious. But MAMIYA isn't like that terrifying thing that was forced upon you. Yeah, I know. MAMIYA's at my side right now, actually. Huh? You mean Mr. Arisungawa? No, it's nothing like Osamu. It's a child wearing a rabbit mask. I see. So that was your MAMIYA. Tell me, was MAMIYA a good entity for you? I'm not sure. I still find him kind of unpleasant. But he's something I can't do without. For now, anyway. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, there's actually another thing that happened after you disappeared at the sea in 1999. Yumehisa, come out. Come out. Hey, MAMIYA. You there, aren't you? Show yourself. No, MAMIYA, Yumehisa soaking in the corner, acting like a... He's so cute. Not him soaking. Acting like a baby. Oh, it's okay, Yumehisa. You can come out. What do you want? I just feel like it's so unfair that you're the only one who knows why Suou Keito's here. Fine, I'll talk. Even if you saved me in 2003, I was supposed to die in 1999. Excuse me. Even if you saved me in 2003, I was supposed to die in 1999 because of my sleepwalking. And the one who gave his life to save me was the thing you and I have in common, MAMIYA. So he was supposed to die in 1999 because of sleepwalking. Okay. Beyond the light, there was more ocean. The seawater was cold and hurt so much it was hard to move. Real? Strength drained from his body. The waves rolled in, taking him throat deep He could no longer touch the bottom and was being forced further out. Ah! 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 I see. So Kikuchi-ryo safely going back to the. So Kikuchi-ryo safely going back to 2012. 2012. And Suou Keito not dying here are two unrelated things. This is the result of his sleepwalking. Help! Help! The sea chose someone to die. Help! Ah! As his head was being submerged, he thought he was a goner. But then, a strong arm pulled his wet body up. Okay. Keito! It was a familiar voice. Actually, that was putting it lightly. It was a voice he had been hearing since he was born. The voice belonging to an invisible man he could only ever hear. MAMIYA! Oh, oh, look at them, look at them, look at them. The waves crash, the rain storm, and within it, MAMIYA Yumehisa embraced Suou Keito. Keito, are you alright? MAMIYA, what are you doing here? I've always been here. Even if you hate me or even if you hate or reject me, I've always been here with you. Sorry. Don't apologize. How come you're here after everything I said to you? 'Cause you're my best friend. The waves were relentless, and he couldn't feel the extremities, but he couldn't care about any of that. He simply used what power he had left to embrace the man before him. It felt different this time. He could sense the other's frame in his arms. There was a tangible warmth. I don't care if it's just my imagination. I finally got to have you hug me. Please live on, Keito. I was chosen. Don't go. Stay with me forever. MAMIYA said nothing. No! Don't die! Don't die, MAMIYA! Chosen. Okay. So does that mean that somehow, some way, MAMIYA Yumehisa was able to manifest in his like astral form, his soul form, in Suou Keito's world? I don't know how exactly that happened, but he was chosen to be incarnated. You know, he was chosen to be born into the world with his twin Tojo Minato, and that's why he left him. He died, I guess. I guess that's what happened. But then something happened where Tojo Minato absorbed his twin, and then Yumehisa couldn't be born into the world that he was supposed to be born into after that day. Well, wait. Oh, wait, I didn't even think about the ages again. Wait. Ages. No, that don't make no sense though. Wait. Because Tojo was 17 when Suou Keito was 28. I think I tried to do this in my head before. So that means Tojo was born when Suou Keito was 11 years old. But MAMIYA was still in his life until he was 15. So he couldn't have been born if he couldn't have, that couldn't have been the reason why he disappeared. If Tojo was already alive for about 4 years at that point. Okay, there has to be another reason why that I don't know. He shook his head and smiled. I'm satisfied. So that was what Mamiya's face looked like. Seeing it made him drop his guard for a moment, and when the larger wave came, it made him let go. Mamiya! Live on! I won't let you die I won't let you die in 1999 or later. Live on for a long, long time. He had this strange feeling that those were the last words he would ever say to him. Hey! Mamiya! Though the saltiness of the water was burning his throat. I finally realized! He had held more oxygen and continued to shout. I realized I don't have to give up on fantasy, hope, or you. Mamiya, I'm sorry. You've always been with me, and yet... You've always been my friend, yet Mamiya, thank you. I love you. Oh. With Mamiya's face buried by the waves, he couldn't see his expression upon hearing those words. Oh. Snow was falling on the holy night of 1999. This place is one that you're very familiar with. As the moonlight illuminated the snow, the church turned into a little beacon in the dark. As a priest was locking up, a young boy approached him. I'm sorry, but the Christmas service is over. Thinking that the boy simply came at the wrong time, the priest lowered his eyebrows in perplexion. The red-nosed boy hesitantly opened his mouth, letting warm air escape. A friend of mine died. Please let me mourn him. I would like to hold a funeral, even if I'm the only one attending. Very well. Those ultramarine eyes were pure beyond belief. The fact that this boy would come here on such a cold night made the priest want to help him. But do make it brief. Thank you. The faint light of the candles created a moving shadow over the blue nave. He walked ahead with wet hair and peached cheeks. Showing no fear of the cross above, he put his hands together. This funeral was a dark, blue, and lonely thing. However, the aura of gratitude and sadness about it conveyed his feelings with great clarity. Mamiya, I was always really happy. Thanks to you, I gained an interest in many things and was able to affirm myself no matter how I was. You helped me become the person I am today. The air he inhaled cleaned and cooled his organs. The weight of his words made him fall deeper into prayer. I believe in the future and live for the both of us. Suou Keito's voice hit the bullseye of a wish perfectly. I will be an adult who still loves you. He put his strength into his joined hands and slowly closed his eyes. And I hope that you, my beloved fantasy, may rest in peace. And that's how I died in 1999. Suou Keito. So he didn't die at the sea in 1999. That's because you died in this place. Oh, it's like Jesus. Exactly. He died for the sin of Suou Keito. But because you, MAMIYA, died for him, the source of MAMIYA disappeared. The people searched for MAMIYA that... Wait. The people searched for the MAMIYA that was gone, leading them to Tokyo Tower. Oh, okay. To the Trichillia Cosm. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. And that led to a new tragedy. The deaths of 2012. Indeed. MAMIYA Yumehisa smiled in self-derision. Will you... Will you blame me for what happened? I mean, if I, MAMIYA, hadn't died here, the tie between 1999 and 2012 wouldn't have existed. No, I probably would have done the same. To think you'd finally be able to say that. No, I want to reread that. To think you finally be able to say that. Yeah, that's a better inflection. Thank you so much for indulging me. No need. May this holy night bless you as you walk through life. Thank you. You say that I will be a wolf because the Pokemon's a sheep. I don't know that Pokemon. I have to look it up. Is it a sheep? I don't know if I'm looking at the right one. I typed in WOOLF on Google and I don't see it. I just see like wolf animal Pokemon. It's fine if he treated MAMIYA as just a phase. I don't mind that at all. I just want him to keep on living fantasy and dreams. I get it. Oh, snow. It's a white Christmas. Oh, a Woolo. Okay. That makes sense. I've seen this one before. It's so cute. I'll wake up early tomorrow and build a snowman. I needed to live through a future with no MAMIYA. The moon shone down on the boy as he walked home. The white papers dancing on the snowflakes overwhelmed the blue of the night. Snow fell in 2012 as well. Years passed, times changed, but Christmas came yet again. Hey, little me who believe in Santa Claus, there's something I want to tell to the pure, frail, and pitiable you. Actually, no. Hey, little me who believed in Santa Claus, there's something I want to tell the pure, frail, and pitiable you. It's not Santa's fault either. Anyway, good night. Ending. Thus I dream in the future too. That was so good. That was so good. Okay, I don't know if I should go back to try the other endings right now, or if I should look at this right now. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like how with Tojo and Morichika, they have a little like after scene, just like how they had a little after scene with Natsume. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a little after scene for Kikuchiyo and Suou Keito. Um, I'll just keep going, and then I'll go back to do the. Okay, I can look at this with no problem. Good. Okay. But yeah, that was so good. It was so good. Still okay though. And like, you know, you can play this game in any order, but you really should play Still okay though as the last one. Like you should really should play it as the last one. It just hits all the right spots after you played everyone else's. I told you I can't write anymore. Huh? Of course you can. Here, 2 recent works you wrote. I can't even barely finish those. And even if you can't write, you can still proofread the stories I wrote, right? With that in mind, let's make the next one a collab. Yeah, obviously, like, yo, all the roots hit. But it just Suou Keito's, it ties it, well, the first two, it like kind of leaves little, you know, it leaves little gaps. But this one, it just tied up the ends a little bit. There's still some questions, but it was able to wrap things up in a seemingly nice way. But I know there's some other stuff that we gonna have to face after this, because I'm still thinking about Natsume, that Natsume in a suit. What his deal is, what happened to MAMIYA exactly. Still some questions, but I'm glad we got that. We got the moment Yumi. Like, I'm really glad we had that moment with MAMIYA Yumehisa. That was so. I've completely gone over my hatred of MAMIYA Yumehisa now. I mean, I've been warming up to him, obviously, as you've probably seen, but at this point, MAMIYA Yumehisa, he did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. And yeah. He did nothing wrong. You really aren't one to listen, huh? I just think I would let out a deep sigh, but he played along with Suou regardless. Oh, so this is how you saw MAMIYA. I just think I was description of a female MAMIYA left an impression on Suou. Speaking of, what did your MAMIYA look like? I gradually stopped being able to see MAMIYA after I entered the higher grades of elementary school. Eventually, I could only hear him and decided that he was invisible. I heard that long ago. That means you did see him when you were young, right? Yes! I'm more interested in that. What did your MAMIYA look like? Tell me. Well... 2? Hold on. 2? Oh, I get it now. I get it now. Tojo Minato and MAMIYA Yumehisa are twins. They both appeared to him before they were born. But then, when Tojo Minato was born, he left. They probably both left. I don't know. I guess they both left. I don't know. They both might have left at one point. But then when Tojo Minato absorbed his twin in the womb, Yumehisa was left behind with Suou Keito. That's how that ties in. That makes much more sense. But now I don't know why MAMIYA Yumehisa was chosen in 1999 though. He saw Tojo Minato. Is Kikuchiyo in the room right now? Like, I want him to hear this and see if I want to see if he reacts to this at all. When I first met MAMIYA, there were 2 of them. Oh, that's how it ends? Oh, wow, okay. And wow, cliffhanger. So let's go back to the these endings before we continue. We have less than 2 hours, so we definitely gonna be picking up with the rest of the story. After we do these endings, if I can remember how hold on. Gosh, these are not organized at all. Wait, gosh. This is. Wait. I'm so wait. Okay, so this is okay. This is Kikuchido's save file. So that means this is the first choice that I saved. Okay. Here we go. Okay. If we get this wrong, let me see. Does it still do the same thing? Okay, it won't let me choose the wrong answer. Okay, fine. Okay. Load this save file. Lack confidence. I lack the confidence. Sorry, Suou Keito. Kikuchiryo. This is as far as I can watch over you. Please don't do anything else to Ryo. I don't care what happens to me. Just let him be. As the man pleaded, Arisungawa and Samejima looked at each other. That's so. You know this confinement won't end even if we have just you, right? Then again, how do we go about this? Don't pretend to think. You already have the answer, don't you? After putting on an unpleasant smile, Arisungawa. Let's become a family. Gave that suggestion. You're suffering because you think we're your enemies or plain criminals. You're a softie. Wouldn't you love it if we were all part of the same family unit? The shock rendered Suou unable to speak, but Samejima expressed his approval. I like that. It just so happens that I wanted a family as well. I'm old enough to have my boss urge me to get married and offer to provide interviews for potential spouses. Do people do that? Is that a Japanese thing? I don't know. Bosses urge their employees to get married and give interviews for potential spouses? That's a little like, in my opinion, that's a little too much. Hold on, I need to blow my nose. Okay. He looked down at Suou, drained of strength, and nodded in satisfaction. If I have a family, I can refuse without it being a lie. Sounds like a good idea, right, Suou? Oh, wait. Family members gotta be more familiar. I'll use your given name. Keito. Not bad. Don't act all familiar with me. There's no way I'd agree to be a part of this twisted family. What surname will we use? Keeping different ones is fine, but right now we should probably do what we can to prove unity. Oh yeah, that's true. His boss is a family friend. Like, it is a personal friend of Samejima, so that makes more sense. Well, there's only one surname we have in common. MAMIYA. Yeah, I knew it. MAMIYA Keito. Yeah, not bad, right? In that case, we'll be MAMIYA Osamu and MAMIYA Satoru. Hey, I had no idea our names rolled off the tongue like that. This makes me feel bashful, like a newlywed wife. Oh my gosh. These people. Please stop! The young man was unable to bear getting that new name. He could have kept on bellowing in protest if the surname was anything else. And yet, why was MAMIYA the surname they had in common? Why was the illusion started by him now taking everything away? A few months passed. Not them actually living like a family. Wait a second. This is too much. Let's eat up. The three of them had already gotten used to having breakfast together. Oh, I have a late shift today, so I'll be back late. That's fine by me. I meet up with the editor. We'll probably drink, so I'll be late too. Let's reschedule that plan. An okapi? What is an okapi, by the way? I have to look it up. I never thought about it just seeing your name, but it's an animal. Interesting. It's really pretty. It's like a zebra, but it's red and brown. Cool. Did they used to have her be an upsprite instead? Oops. Oh my gosh, that would just imagining him like acting all cheerful, being up. That kind of gives the implication that he's been like beat to submission and he's just kind of numb to everything now, and he's just, this is his life. He just has to accept it wholeheartedly. Oh my goodness. So I'll be by myself this evening. What a sad night it will be. Perhaps I should crack open some wine. Don't act like you wouldn't like that. I know I would. Too bad that when I drink these days, my neck starts itching. You certainly enjoyed the wine you had on your coming of age celebration. But I suppose everyone's not built for alcohol. I'll take you to a Suou place sometime. A family that planted its roots in daily life was the ultimate ethical blind spot. It was difficult for someone to doubt and escape a comfort that had become a part of their common sense. It turned into a localized source of everyday happiness. This was another peaceful day at the MAMIYA household. What is this scene? It makes no sense at all. Family. Did they? I was not paying attention. I was not paying attention to that. That's true. That's true. Oh my gosh. What happened to Keito? I guess MAMIYA, yo, what happened to him? Was he left in that basement all by himself? Oh my goodness gracious. Believe. And now we're going to not be able to bear it. That ended like, why? It's just like, why? Why did that even exist? Oh, like, did they just completely forget? Like, did they completely just let go of the previous plan that they had with Suou Keito? Like, why did they just decide to just make him a family member? Like, wasn't the whole purpose of him trying to, I don't understand. I can't bear this cold anymore. A numbing chill was spread from my fingers. With crackling sounds, everything up my throat was turned as hot as permafrost. Suou Keito, I can no longer watch over you, but I'll be praying that you make it through 2003. These options are just not to be given up, for real. Oh my gosh. You awake? The smell of the bed was unfamiliar to him. The blanket had lint on it and reeked of tobacco. Besides that, There was a person giving him a distant look, despite being right by his side. What? Where's Ro? Don't talk without my permission. Ro went to a nearby hospital. He left just a few days ago. A few days ago? Had it nearly been a week since they run away? I see. So I realized he couldn't escape. But then he wondered why he was being kept alive for a few days. When Suou gave Arisangawa a questioning look, his mood worsened almost instantly. I picked you up. In the snow. Huh? For what reason? Go on and think about it. It's not like you're gonna get away from this place. So I wanted to argue back, but he realized he couldn't move his body all that well. Your legs are frostbitten. Parts of the tissue are necrotic. Parts of the tissue isn't. Parts of the tissue are necrotic. Necrotic. Goodness gracious. Necrotic. Samajima gave you some first aid, but they'll probably be useless without proper surgery. No. The sheer despair of the realization made Suou hang his head as his vision grew dark. He wondered if Arisangawa was sneering at him in his pitiful state. I won't do it anymore. But despite Suou's expectations, his voice was as gentle as an embrace. Huh? I won't keep you locked up in a tiny room and subject you to violence ever again. Seeing you buried in the snow gave me a change of heart. It made me wonder what the hell we were doing. Watching Arisangawa hang his head filled Suou with anger. It's too late for that! You both should be judged by the law! Sean made the pain in his legs flare up. Ugh. If you're so filled with regret, then take me to a hospital! Wait! Don't run! Take me! The door was closed before he could finish. Take me back home! The only things left in the room was Suou, his stitched legs, and the pain. This was the beginning of a strange life alongside Arisangawa. Arisangawa was very diligent looking after Suou. However, if the conversation had shifted towards a subject inconvenient for him, he disappeared right away. Left alone, Suou had no choice but to kill time by reading the books he had left for him. What is wrong with him? Oh my goodness. Osamu. Your missing person posters are out. Good for you. You have some passionate parents. Okay. How about you stop finding joy in my suffering and write up drafts or something? Huh? I mean, aren't you a novelist? Not anymore. Still. I look forward to reading your novels. Stories written by Arisangawa, the author, that is. Then how about you write them yourself? Huh? If you like Arisangawa, the author, so much, you can just become him yourself. Are you listening to yourself? Me? Right? Arisangawa dropped an ash off of his cigarette. So, you want me to be your ghostwriter? A single hardcover book trembled within Suou's inexperienced hands. The black eyes behind the glasses seemed to both push him away and pull him close. It was as though they were saying that he could no longer write, and that Suou was a soul savior. He was presenting him with a warped, twisted way of fulfilling his desire. I can't write, Arisugawa. You're Mr. Arisugawa. Ah! Arisugawa grabbed Suou by the cheeks and jaw and made him face the screen. No, I don't want to type. Top. Nothing will be born unless you do. Now why don't you do it yourself? Please stop with this. No chance in hell. Suou glared at him with damp, warm eyes, but not even that. But not even that helped. To write, to describe, that in itself is a burden we've carried since the day we were born. You have to shoulder it too. Carry the sin in my place. Arisugawa didn't give Suou any instructions. He made him write something, only to chuckle at the work and bring him back to square one. This is boring. I know, okay? My writing can never match up to yours. Can never hope to match up to... My writing can never hope to match yours. Suou bit into his lip from shame. Look, this is why you should just write it yourself. You can actually write, can't you? You're just too lazy to. I will continue smoking while looking at some paper. The blaze in his eyes seemed to be silent, as if hidden by frosted glass. Why? The silence gave Suou had no choice but to accept it. No, the silence gave Suou no choice but to accept it. I think I was truly had become unable to write. After that, Suou simply obeyed and copied everything I was writing. With his books by his side, he typed out every single word and phrase. The way he ended sentences, the quirks of his referencing, his expressions. As he traced several books, he finally learned how to write as Arisugawa would. What's that? I began writing my old dream diary in your style. I had trouble thinking of what to write, so I just referenced what I had. That's so. With the sound of smoke filling the lungs, Arisugawa went through the printed papers. The dream went like this. Two sisters, Anne and Lulu, arrive at a lake inhabited by a mysterious creature, MAMIYA. Though it had lived in the water, when it was feeding time, it surfaced to eat. The glittering bugs flying around the surface. One day the sister stumbled upon MAMIYA having such a feast. Not bad. Really? I didn't even touch the draft before sending it to the editor. They talked, made changes, talked some more, made some more changes, and without any input from Suou himself, the book he had worked on was released to the world. Here's your copy, Mr. Arisugawa. Congratulations. Wow. In his hands, Suou now held a book so beautiful it nearly dazzled him. His old college notebooks were nothing compared to the shine this book had. I knew something like this was gonna happen. I don't know how it's gonna impact the ending, but I knew that the additions that they made without Sou's input was gonna upset him somehow. Lulu doesn't look like how I imagined her, though. She's wearing blue, not yellow. I made them change it to blue. Sou's lips were trembling. Why didn't you ask for my opinion? Because it's my book. So I felt like a sharp nail had just sunk into his wrist. Arisangawa. What am I gonna do on Friday? I believe I said I was gonna play the Our Life demo on Friday for this Friday coming up before I move on to a new game. Yeah, so that's what I plan to do. You want to read Arisangawa's work, no? Aren't you glad it all worked out? I'm the one who worked my imagination to create this story. I put more love into the characters in the world than anyone else. You did nothing but watch from the side. But now that it's released into the world, Lulu's clothes aren't yellow, but blue. Mama's leg became dull and sank. Since it was written under Arisangawa Osamu's name, it was Arisangawa Osamu's work. With his legs unable to move, so it was none but a nameless ghost before him. Several years passed. A pastor was walking under a flurry of cherry petals while pushing a wheelchair. Books written with Arisangawa Osamu's name were being published at a decent pace. Although there were people who said the golden age of the author's career was long gone, they still made enough for two people to live in comfort. Since then, Suou had become hardly able to remember his own name. A missing person poster attached to a power pole was torn off and carried away by the wind. People he didn't know about were going missing every day, and the existence of the person known as Suou Keito gradually faded from society. Oh my goodness gracious. He can't even walk. He's in a wheelchair now. Oh my goodness gracious. Want to see the cherries up close, Mr. Arisangawa? Yeah, bring me closer. The man said Roger with a tone he was used to and continued to push the wheelchair. A new book will come out next month. The story probably wasn't for everyone, but the writer liked it quite a bit. It was about a young man and a boy who was separated and disappeared into the mountains. He wondered what part of it would be changed by Mr. Arisangawa, and so he was looking forward to getting his copy. That is so crazy. Oh my goodness gracious. Author. That was crazy. That was actually crazy. Now I think we got all the endings, right? Okay, I'll check it out again. Let me see. Let me do that before we continue. Wow. That was crazy. This is chapter 7, but I don't know if I should. There we go. I can choose it directly from the restart. Okay. Doomsday Dreams. Oh, okay. One more time. He woke up at the beach. Looking around, he didn't see Suou Keito or the man in the trench coat. Oh, phew. Blood left his side as he tried to get up, but he pretended not to notice. I remember everything. This was 2012, where he had a precious sister. He certainly could not forget his ties to Suou Keito. What a relief! He was able to get back to 2012. I feel like I rewrote a fate and got a happy ending, but this just solved one of the problems. There were still many issues he left behind in 2012, like the ones surrounding Arisangawa Osamu and Keito. Could I forgive Aisingawa Osamu for what he did? A terrifying thought into my mind. I'm able to give him a punishment. Okay, so that save file was practically at the beginning of this. Well, I guess we'll reconsider. No, I need to rethink this. I can't let myself act so arrogantly. Oh, I can skip through until I notice something? Okay. Let's see. I missed it. Oh, oh. Is this supposed to be some sort of like Easter egg that you could get if you play that previous ending with Arisungawa Suou? Oh. Is there a way I could trigger it, or do I just have to like come back and try again? Not load. I meant restart. One more time. So it's just luck. Okay. Reconsider. Well. One more time. That's that's a perfect title for this. It's like restarting this. One more time. Just one more time. Okay, I'll try that after this. Okay. Well, let's try chapter 6. They didn't let you see until you verify the file integrity. How do you do that? Actually, no. I think I've done that before. Hold on. Steam, MAMIYA. I think you have to open up properties, file. Yeah, verify integrity of the game files. Okay, I just did that. Alright, maybe I'll close the game and reopen it after this. Gets killed at sea. This, right? This. Well, we might as well look at this too, since we're already here. Reconsider. It's okay. Oh! 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 Wait! Oh! Hold on! Oh! Wait! 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 Hold on! Wait a second! Okay. Do they say the same thing? So they, let me see. I think they say the same thing since it skips. But oh my gosh! Wow, he looks so good in that. I love it. He's like a rock star. He's like a rock star. The long blue hair and that suit. That's like a suit jacket and suit pants. It's like a really vibrant blue with a casual top, like a sweater vest and that necklace. Gives them really like rock star vibes. Nice. I nice. Thank you for that. I wouldn't have gotten that if you hadn't told me. I'm glad. I also noticed you don't have the earrings no more though in this one. Ah, look at that. How come he changed so much though? How come he has that? How come that triggers a change? Like why exactly does that trigger a change? What was doing now? Oh yeah. Continuing where we left off. Ugh, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous for this. Okay. I'm so nervous. What is the meaning of this? Oh, I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh! Not Tojo. I was wrong. Natsume Soichiro. Oh, that makes sense too. Interesting. Who are you, Natsume? You an imposter. You an imposter. You are an imposter. Where's the real Natsume? Will the real Natsume please stand up? Have you ever seen that meme before? Will the real blah 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 stand up? Suou Keito has two MAMIYAs? And one of them is Natsume Soichiro? It was a memory that should never be touched. Ah! A consciousness sleeping deep, deep below the waters. Gradually awoke. I'm so nervous! What does this mean? I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. This is all so sudden. Huh? Huh? There's more than one MAMIYA. More than one? What are you saying? Do you mean that MAMIYA is different depending on who's watching? Like how it was for us? No, it's nothing that complicated. Back when I was little, I used MAMIYA to refer as a term to refer to imaginary friends I had. Why is that exactly? Let me look at the kanji for MAMIYA again so I can see if I get any. MAMIYA. I know it's like often written in katakana, but I think he has kanji too, right? Let me see. Yeah, I see it. The kanji ma, like in between, right? Yeah, in between, space, gap, interval. And then miya is like a room or something like that? No, it's a shrine. A palace. Okay, I don't know if that the kanji really give a hint as to why exactly that's significant. I had 2 of these friends, imaginary friends. MAMIYA. First of all, wait, can we just take a minute to like appreciate this flamenco? Flamenco is like one of my favorite genres. I love the clapping, the palmas. I love the palmas. En la guitarra. Yeah, I remember the kanji, so I looked it up, and I'm not really getting hints from that. So anyway, let's continue. But I love this. Okay, one of them was MAMIYA, and the other said that his name was Natsume. This all makes sense now. Hold on. Also, I think I'm too loud. I'm looking at my microphone, and it says that it's like peaking. This all makes sense. Let me turn my microphone down a little bit. But so when we was at the very beginning of the game, and what's his name? Suou Keito said that he grew up with Natsume. They played together and things like that. I think Natsume said he remembered that too. Oh, the audio's perfect. Okay. But yeah, I remember he said that we used to play together all the time. I think he said we were neighbors. I think that's what he said at the time, but they were not neighbors. I guess that was like his memory like messing up a little bit. I see. So that was true. That was true. And the other said his name was Natsume. That's CG. Nice to meet you. I am MAMIYA. I am MAMIYA. Doomsday Dreams X. This is too much. What is going on right now? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. It's nice to see you again, Haruki, by the way. It's been a while. I missed you a little bit. What the hell is this video message? Toma and Mayuri met Natsume right before he died? What's this about? So the truth behind this phone is that Toma, they saw this and approached us? Tojo Minato turned pale, lost his sense of balance, and placed his hands on the wall. Morichika Haruki, still glaring at the dead man's phone, touched the key to his motorbike. Tojo, we gotta ask them about it. Let's go to Toma and Mayuri. Natsume? I don't know anyone like that. Don't play dumb. You met him. It's in this video. This man. I see. So he was Natsume. The two looked at a screen and haggard silence came over them. They sat down on the sofa and began talking as though repentant for their sins. This is a lot. Okay, let me just calm down. Let me just read and just try to absorb what they're saying right now. On December 1st, we were gathered on the viewing platform we could see Tokyo Tower from. December 1st? Isn't that what Natsume was missing after he died? That was where the man in the video message introduced himself. Not as Natsume, but as MAMIYA. Tokyo, during the year in which the world was prophesied to end, we met MAMIYA. Several people were standing on the sky deck, swept by powerful winds. Oh? It was a strange group that seemed anachronistic, but no one seemed to question it. Were you called here too? No way we could say no. Same for you, right? I mean, it's an invitation from MAMIYA. Okay, Natsume. MAMIYA, I don't know. Up on the platform with a view of Tokyo Tower, the man smiled as the city stretched behind him. He does look nice. I'll give him that. But I'm too much in shock to comment on that right now. Oh, his appearance was nothing like that of the MAMIYA from their memories. But he had the looks that made him feel as though he was the one they've been waiting for all this time. He does have like some an otherworldly appearance, surpassing the very concept of beauty and ugliness. It felt as though he was a being like the air that they needed to breathe. What if what would you say if I told you that I was MAMIYA reborn? That line gripped him by the heart. What are you saying? Thank you so much for coming here today. Arisinga wa Osamu, Morichika Toma, Niingaki Mayuri, Samejima Satoru. How do you know our names? It's because of what happened in 1999. That was when I began hearing your voices, calling for help from MAMIYA. How old was this man? If he was the same age as Kikuchi-ryo, that would mean he awoke as MAMIYA at just 4 years of age. How about you stop with the jokes? A pallid, trembling voice touched the sky above. MAMIYA? It's been so long I forgot all about that. You're far too late. You're just bothering me now. Did you really forget? I know the sins you shared, the children you involved with, everything. And most important of all, you devoured MAMIYA, didn't you? Them eyes, those shining red eyes, it does fit. It does fit now. You ate MAMIYA's non-existent, fictional flesh. Their bodies were suddenly dominated by lethargy, akin to losing one's entrails. Akin to losing one's entrails? How does that feel? I don't know how that feels. That must feel painful. Like, entrails is what I'm thinking of, right? Intestines? Yeah, your bowels. Like, how does that feel to lose your entrails? Huh? That's a very strange analogy. As if to fill the resultant emptiness, MAMIYA smiled broadly. The consistency has to be established. Following those words, the four of them broke down crying. The man claiming to be MAMIYA reborn listened to each of their confessions. Before MAMIYA could speak of the suffering they couldn't tell anyone else about. Before MAMIYA, they could speak of the suffering they couldn't tell anyone else about. They were possessed, enthralled by an affection that was like air itself. So that's how it is. Upon fully hearing them out, the man took some out from his side. Natsume Soichiro. This is my informal will. Please read through it. What the hell is this plan? The eyes red from crying. Adesanya Osamu read the paper and bellowed out those words. I only have one wish. And that is to resurrect MAMIYA. Soichiro! It was his idea. Ah, that's me! It was your idea the entire time. You were the true villain of the story. It wasn't MAMIYA Yumehisa, it was MAMIYA Natsume Soichiro. No! You're the true villain of the story. We will use the children you instill MAMIYA into as MAMIYA's vessels. But they certainly tried to use children. But they were also a source of salvation for them. This gentle warmth. They cells are of no use to us. The MAMIYA you raise will be made to sprout. Will some that MAMIYA trample. This is your only atonement. I assume you will cooperate with me and bring back MAMIYA. Not to me. You got some explaining to do. That night, the man claiming to be MAMIYA gave me poison. But, but the poison you made me drink was fake, wasn't it? I am not sure. It was just what I was given. No way to know now. I was given the knife I used to tear into Minato. So, Natsume woke up after dying? And tried to use it to kill us? Oh gosh. What is this? The answer they finally arrived upon, and the source of the unescapable fear beyond it, made me shake my head. So, after dying, during the time Natsume Soichiro was missing for 3 days, he contacted the Pink House people as MAMIYA? And he pressured them and controlled MAMIYA to kill my friends? To resurrect MAMIYA. No. They finally got the happiness they wanted, but now, I can't accept this. My tightly clenched fists trembled as burning tears rolled down my cheeks. No, don't run. You've made it this far. Holding 2 bunches of paper close to me, I clenched my teeth and exhaled a deep breath. I need to restart from the church. It's okay. I can do this. I'm gonna save them all. Tokyo, during the year in which the world was prophesied to end, MAMIYA died. The moment I descended, my cheeks were hit by a palpable difference that hadn't been there before. Rain? Yeah, it is different. It was never raining before. I've seen Natsume's funeral being held in 2012 many times now. And the weather was always the same. Oh, it's back to the main menu music. A sky overcast by heavy clouds. The rainfall that had never been there before was causing me to tremble, making me sluggish. Now's not the time to care about the weather. I need to find more evidence. Whoa, sorry. It's fine. Who says that? It would either be Tojo or Suou Keito. Maybe Tojo, maybe? It's kind of relaxed. Oh, it's fine. Oh, no, it's the Pink House people. Okay. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I wasn't looking either. Adesugawa Osamu? Why are you at this church? How do you know my name? Oh no. Is it full of the Pangos people that I saw? Oh no. Okay. Everyone might be here. Like, it might be everybody. Kikuchi Ryo. Tojo Minato. Morichika Haruki. Suou Keito. Niingaki Mayuri. Oh, goodness gracious. We don't need this. Oh my goodness gracious. Not them be at the funeral too. Morichika Toma. Samejima Satoru. And Adesugawa Osamu entered from behind me. A sudden ball in fear made me back away, then running outside through the still open door. Hatsume! Something wasn't right. All 8 characters were in the same place, yeah. Like, whose funeral was this? Was it not Natsume's? Or the meeting to accept Mamiya's death? Were the 2 dead people from different eras actually being treated as one because of a common term? Just like the years in which the world was prophesied to end? Scripture resounded in the majestic church. I am life and resurrection. The one who believes in me will live even though they die. The Gospel of John, I think that is, if I recall correctly. The first lines. I noticed the change. Like, even though, yeah, I think that's a quote from the Gospel of John, and even though it's about Jesus, that really fits MAMIYA right now, because, like, they're trying to spread the shared illusion throughout the world and have more people believe in MAMIYA. And this is all done for the resurrection of MAMIYA. Until now, the opening text was either Natsume died or MAMIYA died. No, MAMIYA! MAMIYA's death, not Natsume's death. What is going on right now? Our Father in heaven, please grant MAMIYA eternal peace and rest. I see. Please guide this soul to eternal life by your side, so the 2 can be treated as one, using the common term of MAMIYA died. Oopsie. Come on now. Amen. Myself. What's MAMIYA? Ooh, goodness gracious. A splitting, deranged shriek escaped my throat. It was so piercing that it didn't even sound like my own voice. And my movements were so 3 days! True! I didn't even catch that! That's crazy. He was resurrected after 3 days. That's so true. That's so true. Thanks for pointing that out. It was so piercing, it didn't even sound like my own voice. And my movements were so disordered, I felt like my body didn't belong to me. I swung my arm to make the candle stands fall and kicked a chair while tearing down the cloth. The fact that the attendees, all frozen in time, failed to react made me lose my mind. MAMIYA! 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 Show yourself! Come on! I know you there! I want to break everything until nothing actually happened, or could happen again. Tell me everything right now. Tell me, and only me. A prolonged sound of falling metal rang out, followed by a hollow echo. My drenched coat was heavy. It made me feel as cold as sin. All that was left was a single coffin placed on the altar. Hauling my heavy legs, I directed my anger at that inorganic box. MAMIYA died? What nonsense is that? This funeral is mine! Right? Natsume Soichiro? I clawed at the coffin with my gloved hands and threw it open. What do you see? Okay, it is him. Yeah, it is him. Inside there was me, expired. The silent corpse drained me of emotions as I stared at it in silent awe. What a beautiful member of humankind, right? Very pretty. Right? Them lashes, though. Them lashes. I subconsciously began to tilt my body toward it. But then the eyes that should have never opened again. Uh-oh, I'm scared. Natsume. Bad day red pupils. Huh? Oh, God. I don't know what to call him. I'm gonna call him MAMIYA Soichiro for now, to distinguish him. The man within the coffin slowly got up and gracefully, taking his time, placed his feet on the floor. Why am I? His beautiful, lengthy form was scarcely different from mine. I'm supposed to be dead, so why am I coming back to life? Oh gosh. You just call him Soichiro? Yeah, I guess it makes sense since we usually just call him Natsume. Natsume is one half and Soichiro's the other half. You're the soul that once lived inside this body. Long time no see. Two different souls? Interesting. Huh? I am the true personality of this body. Natsume Soichiro's MAMIYA. The Natsume Soichiro The Natsume Soichiro before me put on a smile that fit the body perfectly. Huh. Hold on. Who sent you? Sent me? You're being controlled, weren't you? You're being used by MAMIYA. Even Natsume Soichiro's death is a part of MAMIYA's plot. And it's because of him that... Oh, I suppose one could look at it like that. After all, Natsume Soichiro did die for MAMIYA's sake. Huh? You don't remember? Must be because you crossed the river of oblivion. No, rather you, the soul, have no memories because I awoke. Natsume Soichiro. He died on November 29, 2012 and was missing for 3 days. His remains were found on December 2nd. The death was a result of natural causes. Should I tell you what happened during the 3 days Natsume Soichiro went missing? He ignored my bewilderment and continued talking. After the mind slipped away from the perfect body, the will of MAMIYA sleeping within was awakened. The air-like young man that even MAMIYA Yumehisa said had a perfect body went on to put on a smile. Okay, so that's the reason why Natsume Soichiro was into MAMIYA when he was alive, because he had his own MAMIYA too. His MAMIYA was this guy that's possessed the body right now, was Soichiro, MAMIYA Soichiro. And then after Natsume Soichiro died, he took over. Crazy. I wonder if Suou Keito dies, could MAMIYA Yumehisa take over his body? I mean, he hadn't done it, obviously, but could he do that too? It seemed like the result of a masterful craftsmanship, balanced and close to the golden mean. Since November 29th, Natsume Soichiro was claimed by the personality of the final MAMIYA. I am no copy or secondary illusion. I am the Messiah, MAMIYA. People couldn't live without air. An absolute existence was necessary for us to live without. An absolute existence that was necessary for us to live out our lives. Stop! Don't say such terrifying things. Not to my face. My face? You no longer Natsume, are you? You will never take that away from me. I don't care if my name has no longer exists, but my name was Natsume Soichiro. The moment he glared at me, the throat that had been so once again released a scent of burning. Remind me again, which one of us was inside the coffin? Who are those countless white flowers surrounding us dedicated to? Me! Me, you, me, you, me, you, me, you, me, me. I mean, you alive right now. I mean, you can't have a funeral for someone who's alive. A funeral is for people who died. And I died. I'm no longer in that body. So those flowers are for me to pass on to the next life. If you alive in this body, this funeral is not for you. No. Me. The faint, sickly, sweet smell of death. You are just me, aren't you? The world, the vision, the role, everything turn around. Do you understand? I am the one and only Natsume Soichiro. Kikuchiryo, Tojo Minato, Morichiga Haruki, and Suou Keito are my friends. How dare you? Everything turned dark. How dare you? You've done enough. Leave this story to MAMIYA. I have his scent sewed my shell shut. With relaxed steps he walked toward the exit. Goodbye, spectator. And, without anyone getting in his way, disappeared beyond the large door before closing it behind him. There was no one within that dark church. I am MAMIYA. The Two MAMIYAs, Chapter 2. What the heck? Save. What the heck? I think this is a wonderful place to stop. Not start. Stop. Natsume Soichiro! It's me. I don't care what that other guy has to say. It will always and forever be me. Tojo, Minato, Kikuchi do, Suou, Keito, Morichikari, those are my friends. Those are my friends. This guy. This guy. This guy. What's he like? What does he plan to do? He's supposed to be dead though. Like, how does he plan to go out and live and act and stuff like that? He's supposed to be in the ground, dead and buried. Like, what are his plans? Is he trying to? What is he trying to do? Is he gonna go boldly proclaiming the fact that he was resurrected? Oh my goodness gracious, that was a lot. Oh, Yumehisa, stop being such a scaredy cat. Come out, Yumehisa. We need you to talk. We need 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 to talk. Like, you can't just be hiding behind. No, we need you to. You need to come out and talk. We need to talk. We need to have a long and thorough conversation, Yumehisa. You got some explanations to be given us. You can't keep hiding forever. Wow. I'm still trying to think. So, Natsume is the Mamiya that disappeared from Suou Keito's childhood. And presumably he went to be with Natsume Soichiro that was born into the world. Natsume Soichiro was trying to find more about Mamiya, just like kind of like Suou Keito was when he was a child, and he died. And then Natsume Soichiro's Mamiya took over his body. Why is it that they were able to be manifested into this world in a way? Why is that he was called, Mamiya Yumehisa was called away, was chosen, that's the word for it. How was he chosen? What was he chosen for? And now, since I know that Tojo Minato isn't the second Mamiya, I still have to think about how the twin, the twin thing is like. There's so many questions around the twin situation, and now I have to go back to square one since he's not the second Mamiya. He left in 1999. Tojo was already born. I don't know. I have to think about that throughout this week. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, let me save again since I'm paranoid. Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I'm so excited to come back next week to continue on with this story. I'm excited and nervous. I'm both excited and nervous. Like, this Natsume Soichiro. I'm so scared about what he's gonna do. But yeah, that was so nice. I'm hyped up. I'm amped up. So on Wednesday, I will be going back to play. What's that game called? Psychedelica the Black Butterfly. This time we will actually be starting someone's route. I'll be following the recommended route order for that, so I have to look at that and see which route we'll be starting. And then after that, we'll be going back to Nameless. We'll go back and forth between those games. So this week we'll be going back to Psychedelica, and then on Friday we will be playing the Our Life 2 demo, Now and Forever. And then on Sunday we'll be starting a new game that I have another week to think about since I forgot to stream yesterday. And it's probably going to be the Casebook of On, that vampire RPG, JRPG game that I talked about. So probably will be that. So yeah, I want to thank all y'all very kindly for coming. Much obliged. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all days. Y'all come back now you heard me. Bye.